let's bring this baby to life today, huh? Look at this beauty. I was up here last night, removed all the shocks, drained them out, and used 40-pound shock oil right here. All right. What I like about these shocks is there's no bladders to them. It's the emulsion ones. You bleed them. You bleed them out through here. All right. Look, I'm just going over these shocks. I already did this one. I'm gonna do the fronts. I'm taking them apart. I'm draining them, and I'm using 40 weight shock oil. All right. What I like about these shocks is they're not the bladdered ones. They're the ones that you bleed. You bleed them out. All right, so it's pretty cool. Always a fan of those. I just fill it up. I get it flush. You don't have to get it too flush, but I got it flush. And I put the cap on. I loosen. I take this screw out, and I tighten the cap all the way down. Right? I screw this back on. Then I put the bleeder screw back in. Right? Then, with a steady hand, I start putting pressure going downwards. Going down, 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 pushing the shock down, understand? And then it's not moving because it's pressurized. Then that's when I get a 3mm, and I start loosening this, and little by little, oil starts coming out. All right, then you can adjust to the height that you want, the pressure that you want. And then you can just snug this back up, all right? I go all the way down to the bottom, then I tighten it up. Once all the air and oil comes out, I tighten it up, and that's it. Then this pretty much gets, then you go up and down with this, with your shock shaft, up and down. You'll see it moves on its own. It's pretty cool. That's all I do. I'm gonna do that to all four. All right, yeah, I gotta do this one and this one, and the fronts. All done, just bled it. Look, get yourself a bunch of paper towels or newspapers or whatever. All right, then you're gonna push down slowly. At the same time, you're gonna loosen this up. Keep loosening up. I went all the way down to the bottom. Once it was at the bottom, tighten this bitch up. Tighten it up. That's what I did. All right. Then it's happy to see you, kid. Look, and you'll know when it moves. See that? That's pretty cool. I Loctite a couple of hardware pieces. I Loctite these, even these here with the lock nuts, and that's it. So the only thing I didn't do yet is put air filter oil in this inner filter. I haven't done that yet, and I probably will be using the one that comes with it. All right, because when we install a better air filter here and a new intake and all that, I'll probably use like Bella Ray or whatever. But I don't know what air filter I'm gonna put here. I don't know. I may use an air filter here that you don't have to oil at all. You know, I have it here sitting. I was gonna run it in something else on another project. All right, I even have unis here, which we can pop in there. This here you have to oil, and then definitely outerwear it. All right, because then the dirt is just gonna stick to the oil, your foam filter oil in here. If you have an outerwear in here, you can just pull it out, rinse it off, or blow it off, and then put it back. Most of the time, you could still keep this on your carburetor. You won't have to remove it, clean it, degrease it, re-oil it all the time. So I may do that. If I do use that, definitely outerwear. If not, I got this bad boy right here, man. They're awesome. All you got to do is just blow them out with an air compressor from the inside out. These are HEPA filter type air filters. Can't go wrong. And I also have an outerwear for it. It comes with it. There's a part number. All right. Great company as well. All right. There it is. R2C. All right. There's the maintenance required that they recommend. All right. Boom. So I may do that, or I may just put my Can-N in there. I think the Can-N will look badass since it's all red and shit. Take the Can-N out of my dragster. Pop it in here. It would go nice with the red and the chrome to it. But We'll see. We'll see. All right, but for now, let's fire her up for the very first time. The only thing I didn't do yet is Loctite all these little screws, right? And you guys better do that, all right? I highly recommend that. See all these little screws? These little screws? You better Loctite them. I haven't done it yet, all right? But I hope you guys do. This one here, you have to pull out. You gotta go from underneath. This one here should be Loctite as well, all right? I'm gonna bring some. I'm gonna bring this upstairs. Last night, I didn't show in video, but I took this plug out. I already went up and down with it for the very first time. You can use two-stroke oil mixed very lightly with a little bit of fuel, or just two-stroke oil, or whatever you got laying around. It's fine, right? So what's in here is 3-in-1. I put 3-in-1 in there, like I always do. So it should fire up 1, 2, 3, hopefully. And then we'll see how it goes. All right, we're gonna prime this carburetor up. I did not, this is the first time ever, I did not remove this, I did not adjust the coil, and I did not torque down the carburetors. A lot of times you buy an RTR with a new engine, obviously. A lot of times the carburetors are kind of loose, your intake's loose, the exhaust bolts are loose, and the coil bolts are loose most of the time. All right, from back in the day, from HPI days to low C days to it happens to everybody. Every RC I've had, it's always happened to me. So, but we haven't done nothing to this, not even the exhaust bolts. But we're gonna do a few heat cycles once it fires up. Today's a beautiful day out there, so I'm gonna take advantage of it. I only have time to run some fuel through it. All right, I'm gonna probably run half a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon of fuel, and that's it. And then I'm gonna start running it. I'm gonna tune it, and we're gonna start having fun with this son bitch. All right, because I want to do some bolt-ons to this engine. I want to take this engine out. I want to go over it, but I really want to drive it. I want to drive it ASAP. All right, and then I don't have too much time today because I got to go training with at Strength Atlas Gym. I did some nice PRs this week, man. I hit some PRs, kid. I'm stronger than ever at age of 43. And yeah, so all right, let's get this up. I have not yet charged this yet. I have not even put batteries in the remote, nothing. I just want to run this engine. That's my main concern. We'll run the engine, and like I said, I want to go through at least over a half a gallon of fuel before I start driving it and getting it ready. So I'll probably do, usually I do 1 gallon, but I'll probably do 3/4 of a gallon, almost 1 gallon. And then we got to drive it around and tune this carb a bit. All right, so grab that. You want to grab this end here, babe? Let's bring this guy upstairs. So I just want to run it. My concern is not. You right, babe?
Where do I hold it from?
Let's go anyway. It's comfortable for you. Let's bring it outside. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is my my strong girl. Check it out. Look how wide this is. It doesn't even have wheels on, and it's almost touching my walls. Look at that. Look at that. Just put it by the door. See the width of your average door? There's not even wheels on there. That's how wide she is here. Let's bring it out. Look at this baby here out in the sunshine, huh? Ain't she pretty? She's a beast, but she is pretty, kid. Wow. Don't even have wheels on her. Look how nice that is. Damn. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a few runs, and then I'm gonna have to go over all this. I did not Loctite these yet. I only Loctite a few others. Loctite all this, people. I'm telling you, Loctite all that. All right, this is the first RC that I'm not going over everything from the beginning. You know, I did go over a few things, but not everything. But we'll get back to it. And look what we got here. The big dog, kid. That's the big dog right there. This thing has been running great. I've been having fun with it. We got a good amount of trophies already, people. A good amount of trophies. I did not film it, but I want to change the gears next, and then I want to do a few film runs. But I'm running 50 to 1 right now, and it's good. I switched over to 50 to 1. It's fine, and I have 2 gallons through this engine already. All right, 2 gallons of fuel. So all last week, all this past week. Just give you an example. Look, I still have my ramp set up. And we had some rainy days and everything, but I've been using it, people. Look at that. I don't know how many damn countless jumps. I have no idea. I lost count, people. Those jumps are 9 feet, 8 feet. All right. There's a few times I went over the fence. That fence alone is 8 feet tall. That fence. All right. That, just to give you an example, to give you an idea. All right. Those jumps, those landings, 80 pounds from 9 feet high. So she's durable. Nothing has broke. Nothing. I still didn't adjust the reverse cable. I have to do that. I just been driving it, riding it, driving it, driving it. And I haven't done nothing to my dragster. And I may even, that's the air filter I was gonna swap out, but put it here, but should be fine for now. Such a nice day, man. The sun is nice and strong. It's starting to get chilly here, people, where I live. But today is such a nice sunny day, beautiful day. So let's put some AMSOIL silicone spray on everything. Protect all my chassis and metals and all that shit. Protect everything. And that's what we do. I wish my wheels were here, my tires, because this is great for rubber as well. Look at that. The sun, that thing will soak that up. It'll absorb better. This is good for your plastics, makes your plastics last longer, all that. Check it out, people. Look at this thing, people. Just sparkling. Let's throw some fuel in here, man. Just in case you're new to the channel, I have a bunch of new subscribers. We're running Cam 2. I got past videos of that. All right. Sometimes I use VP fuels as well. The next time I run a VP fuel, if I have it here, I'll show it to you guys. But most of the time, I just drive out to this gas station. I get Cam 2 100 octane. And we run my favorite oil. Yeah, so Cam 2 Dominator. I'm just going to be running 28 to 1, even for the whole break-in and everything. All right. I usually tell people, newbies, 24 to 1, run a gallon, then do 28 to 1, and then run your shit. Tune it, fine-tune it, adjust your carb or whatever. But 28 to 1 is fine. I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to do 28 to 1. Why? Because I keep an eye on it. I know how I'm running it. It's going to be running rich for a bit. I'm going to have it at a steady high RPM. Not too high, but a good RPM so it doesn't stall, so it clears it out. Especially when you have a pipe like that. Because when it's running really rich, you're going to get some fuel and oil. Oil is going to start to accumulate there. And if it doesn't breathe out, your engine will stall. You understand? So I'm going to have it some RPMs. And that engine, I just want that engine to run. And I want that piston ring to start seating a bit. You understand? That's all. But before I run it straight for a good 40 minutes, who knows? You know, these things last a long time on one tank of fuel. So I will be running 15 minutes, 4. I'm going to do 4. The hell with 5. I'm going to do 4 heat cycles. I'm going to run it. But right now, that engine should be nice and warm. There's no need to go out there and do a heat gun. If it was colder out, I would definitely put a heat gun and heat her up. But that engine's plenty warm out there, man. The sun is really nice today. If you go out there, you'll feel it in your pants, and you can feel it. All right, so 75 degrees. So at 75, once I run it for the first 15 minutes, I'm going to shut it down. It's going to cool down to 75 degrees. Once it's at 75 degrees, that's when I'll start it up again for the second heat cycle. You understand? You don't just start up the engine, turn it off, and fire it up again. I have to wait till it reaches back down to 75 degrees. And then that's it. I'm gonna do that 4 times, okay? Since we have to add oil, let me just show you guys real quick. We're gonna do a quick mix. I've done this many times, man. I'm actually sick of it, wasting my videos on it, but still get comments and questions all the time. How do you use the ratio right cup? Like, I don't use those gas tanks to mix, all right? We don't do that. We don't use those things to mix fuel. You get yourself a ratio right cup. All right, make sure it's clean. And we do gallons here in the US. All right, so this is 1 gallon, 1.0. And then you can do whatever you want here. Check it out. See that 50 to 1? That's what I'm running. That's how little bit less oil I'm running on the Primal Monster Truck engine, right? You can 40 to 1, most chainsaws, depending on what oil you use. I run Dominator, so I could run 50 to 1 on chainsaws as well. No issues whatsoever. All right. We cut down a lot of trees upstate. Don't tell me about chainsaws, people. We got chainsaws. This is just, we got chainsaws. Majority of them are at the other houses. You understand? 24 to 1 is with usually brand new engines. I break them in. I do 1 gallon of that. Okay, but 28 to 1 is right here. Boom. And most companies will tell you, so they cover their asses. They tell people to run 25 to 1, which is going to be in the middle. 25 to 1 is really ridiculous, but I guess the companies, they want to cover their asses, whatever. They want to make sure these newbies, since they overlean their shit, it's got lots of oil. But the problem with that is when you have too much oil, you know, you're going to mess up your spark plugs, and then you got to like be on top of your tune game, especially if you're running shit oil. All right, if you have decent oil, it should be all right. 28 to 1 is what I recommend everybody, but you know, it's still a lot of oil, but it's still, you can still race with it. You can do anything and everything with it, you know. So all right. The reason why I'm using 1 1/4 gasoline gallon tanks, gas cans, is because I'll show you in a bit. Here, I fill it up to 1 gallon. I have it marked here. This is 1 gallon mark, and you fill it up to 1 gallon, so that way you can shake it up. There's plenty of room to shake it up, just like this, people. Just like this. Shake her up good. Another thing I really like is this no spill thing. This button here, just so easy. Look at that. You shoot the fuel in, stop the fuel. There we go, people. Check it out. The first fill up. First feed. Since we're here, let's prime this sucker up. Let's see if we have some prime. If not, we're gonna have to investigate. It happens sometimes. There we go, baby. Yes. Yes, sir. Look at that. Prime it, prime it, prime it. There we go, baby. You can prime all day long. It's not going to do shit. Check it out. Nice. We got nice pressure, too. All right, people. No batteries, no nothing. No wheels. Proper way, kid. Looks like the damn idle screw is all the way in, which is cool. So that tells me that this thing must be fat as hell. This must be in a rich setting right from factory. So we're gonna keep it like that, and we're gonna fire her up and see what she sounds like. If it sounds lean, we're gonna richen it up. If it doesn't have, if it's too fat, I'm not going to lean out, I'm not going to raise the idle anymore, because I think it's all the way already. So what I will have to do is lean the high. Now let's see. There we go. Look at that. Turn this engine over a bit. It'll be so much easier with one hand, but man, this easy pull start is amazing. Now, people, this has got a choke. So let's put the choke on. You newbies with chokes, once you hear a sound, a pop, stop what you're doing. Stop pulling. Don't pull anymore. Take it off choke right away. Take it off choke. All right, so we're gonna do in choke right now. Let's see what happens. Just want to get some fuel in there. All right. All right, people. So since I felt like a vibration here, that to me, the engine ignited. You do not want to keep pulling with the choke on. That's a quick and easy way to flood out your engine. So stop that headache. Take it off choke. And let's see what's up. Sorry, I'm one-handed here, man. It's not good, but let me hold this here. Let me see. I just wanna, can I do this shit one-handed? Let's see. I'm gonna try to hold up my knee there. What? I'm gonna try to give it a little fuel so it doesn't stall. What you want, people? Walk away. Walk away. Let it do its job. Let me be over here. Hopefully you guys can hear me better here. That thing sounds great. See how fat it is? See how rich? See how smoky it is? That's fat. That's rich. I didn't do nothing, people. That's bone stock out the box. It's perfect. I did give it some throttle. I'm going to go back there and give it some more RPMs. I don't want it to stall. She's alive, people. Alive. Well, we're gonna have to get back to this soon too. And this. And that. We're gonna have to get back to a lot of stuff. And this. We're gonna have to get back to a lot of stuff, like I said. Alright, people, look at that, man. Plenty of smoke. Lots of smoke. Plenty rich. The oil is doing its job. I'm gonna be out here 15 minutes. I'm gonna stop filming. I'm gonna shut her down and do the whole, I'm gonna do this 4 times. After that, I'm just gonna idle it. I'm just gonna run it, tank after tank, until I'm done with this full thing, or when I'm almost done with it. So you don't have to go, you don't have to kill yourself. Don't overthink this, people. It's super easy. Once I'm done with all that, we're gonna throw the wheels on. We gotta do the endpoints. We gotta go over the steering endpoints, the throttle and brake endpoints. And then we're gonna tune the carburetor. And then remind me, I gotta put oil in that air filter. All right, and then let's have a little fun with it. I wanna run this sumbitch. I wanna run it bone stock carburetor, bone stock, all that. And then we will throw some bolt-ons to the engine. That engine's gonna come out. We're gonna go over it real quick. Sorry for such a boring video, but this is where I'm at. This is a whole records. This is records for me, for myself. And hopefully it'll help a couple of newbies on the way. And that's it. She's doing good. She's alive. She sounds healthy. That's pretzel pop, kid. Another thing I want to add before I end this video is this is the very first time this engine is running. It has not stalled once. It's running, yes. First fire up. Don't be over there like a jackass giving it full throttle. Rah, 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 like a jackass. Don't do that. I don't care if your engine's a low quality, cheap ass engine to a high, definitely to a high expensive, good quality engine. Do not. It's not idling. You don't want it to idle like a little chihuahua. You know what I'm saying? like a little, because then you're gonna stall it and then you're gonna load it up with fuel and oil in there. You don't want that either. You want a steady, good RPM. It's not that high of an RPM, but it's a steady, good RPM. Understand? So I want to keep it just like that. How that sounds like for this first 4 steps, heat cycles. After that, towards the end of this gallon, I will give it more RPMs. And then towards the end, I will wrap it. I will clear it up. You're gonna wanna give it some throttle. Wrap, let it back to this type of idle. Or even a slightly higher idle. Even slightly higher. Because you wanna clear it up. You're gonna wanna clear it up. Alright, because it's a lot of oil that's gonna be off in there, you understand? You wanna clear that up later on, okay? Not now. Anyways, good luck to everyone. I know a good amount of guys already that got this guy here. I can't wait to see you guys' videos on this baby right here. Stay tuned because I really feel like rapping, man. I know I have a lot of bills. I got a lot of jobs. But guess what, people? Winter's coming. We can wrench in the winter here. Winter's here suck ass. But I really wish I had this ready for the winter because we can run that in the winter. You know what? I'm going to run pretty much everything in the winter, kid. We got winter. Man, all right. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen here. We got too much work here, but anyway, stay tuned. We got lots coming somehow. This guy can't stand the brap hood. Just to give you guys an idea, this thing is still running. What's out here? She is fat. I'm telling you, she is fat. There's gotta be a ton of oil out there. I gotta clean up on my driveway, but whatever. She's doing well. She's doing good. I'm gonna keep it going. Set it and forget it. Just make sure you do not run your tank dry. Make sure that tank always has fuel. Alright? That's all.